Planning Board meeting, December 1st, 2025. We will start with reading the remote and hybrid opening statement. Somebody, here you go.
I'd be happy to, Mike. Pursuant to Governor Healy's directive extending temporary open meeting law provisions until June 30th, 2027, the Planning Board meeting will be conducted in a hybrid format and will be recorded. Recordings will be accessible on the town's website and YouTube channel. Please be aware, participants attending via Zoom will have their video and audio disabled. If you wish to engage in the discussion, raise your hand. If acknowledged by the chair, you will receive a pop-up message allowing you to unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. We're going to begin with a roll call.
Scott Paul here.
Mike Egan here.
Bill Talcott, present.
Wesley Stanhope, present.
Erica McCullum here.
Okay. Bob Lodges, do you know, is he coming or not, sir?
No idea where Bob is.
We will see if he comes a little bit later.
He never misses a meeting.
The first issue on our agenda tonight is a public hearing scheduled for 7 p.m. from 188 Worcester Providence Turnpike. There has been a request to continue. We've had these meetings on 11/3 and 11/17, but we did receive a letter from Hawk Consulting, Timothy Callahan, saying there's been a few delays in doing some of the excavating work. And his comment and final was, "We wish to delay the initial review meeting with the board until the first meeting in January." Jan, do we have a date or time on that yet?
I do not have the draft schedule. Do you guys still have that in your file?
The next meeting in January would be January 6th.
That's for 2026? Or was
Oh,
it
no, this is
five?
for 25.
Do we have a school committee conflict that you're aware of?
The whole year there's a conflict.
Oh, great.
For a few minutes.
So
School committee switched to the second and fourth Monday.
all right, so if we go,
Accommodate everyone else, but your meetings like
so if we go on the,
fall that way.
but if we go on the 5th, that's gonna be the 1st, right? The first meeting in January?
Let me see if I have it. Hang on.
Because I think we had the 5th on our schedule for 2026.
Just acknowledging Bob Lodges has arrived at the meeting just for the roll call. Yep, thank you, Bob.
So the 5th is good? January 5th at 7 PM?
Nice of
Okay.
you to make it.
So this hearing will be continued again to January 5th at 7 p.m.
And who was the motion on that?
Yeah, I'll entertain a motion to
I'll make that
continue this,
motion.
by Bill,
Second it.
Yes.
second by Wes. We'll take a vote to continue the meeting. Bob?
Abstain.
Okay.
Scott Paul, aye.
Mike Gagan, aye.
Bill Talcott, aye.
Wesley Stanhope, aye.
Erica McCullum, aye.
Okay. Motion passes 4-0 with one abstention.
All righty.
And we'll be moving on to the action item. The first one is a 160 West Turnpike, Aura Longevity and Wellness, sharing space with Sculpt Pilates. If there's someone from the audience, if you
Come
don't
on
mind
up.
stepping up and, thank you. If
Talking
you don't
to
mind,
the
again,
Microphone.
having a
yes.
chair, either one, and just state your name and address, please, for the record.
It's 156 to 160 are the weird addresses at that, in our assessor's database, I think it's 160 Worcester Providence Turnpike, but the post office.
156
Yeah,
elsewhere.
the post office has a range.
If you don't mind, could you just say your name again? I apologize, I didn't quite catch it.
Kate DiFiore.
Okay,
Delaying this. They're not coming in.
thank you.
All righty. So Kate, if you just want to tell the board a little about what you do. Kate will be located in the same four walls as Sculpt Pilates, but she has her own little kind of nook there. And I can pull up, I did give you a photograph she gave us of her space. I can pull that up if you want, or you do have that in your files. But if you could just tell the board about yourself, your business, employees, current hours, if you aspire to kind of more hours, chairs, or clients, or if you're good kind of where you are, or just anything you think they need to know.
Sure.
Okay?
So I'm a nurse practitioner. I actually have my main office located in Worcester on Lake Quincy. I work predominantly with women, but I also do work with men. I focus on advanced lab testing and things like hormone replacement, GLP-1 medications, and IV infusions and vitamin injections. The Sutton location was developed to support the members of Sculpt Pilates, where I'll just be doing IV infusions and vitamin injections. I do actually have a separate room there. It has a door that closes. It's its own room. And I was planning to split my time between my Lake office and the Sutton office, scheduling around her Pilates classes to be available after for things like infusions and injections for recovery, hydration, energy, those kinds of things. I don't have any employees at the moment. I hope sometime I would be large enough to be able to hire some employees, but right now it's just me. What were the other questions? I'm sorry. That was a lot to think about at one time.
So kind of half-time here, half-time there. So out of 7 days in a week, how many days do you think you'd be there for roughly X hours?
So I was kind of planning to be there like on a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday basis. Again, I kind of need to see where the demand is based on the Pilates schedule and, you know, where people want to take the time to use my services, and I just don't know that yet. But I have 3 infusion chairs, and so at the most I could have at one time would be 3 patients, and then usually infusions and things take about an hour, and so I wouldn't anticipate any more than like 8 to 10 any single day that I would be working with, and that would be a great day for me. So,
So, okay, just a quick question. Do you anticipate working just with the Pilates folks? Or are there going to be other folks coming in just to see you?
so the location will be available to who it's convenient for. Like I said, I have a location in Worcester, so I have clients that just will go there anyway because it's closer to where they live. But certainly if someone lived in the surrounding towns and wanted to come into the Sutton office and I was there, I wouldn't tell them they couldn't.
Okay,
But I plan to mostly support the Pilates.
okay. But you will be a standalone business per se? I mean,
Right,
people
so-
come in, they're not going to pay the Pilates people to see you. It'll be
Correct.
separate. Okay. Thank you.
So Kate, you had said hydration, recovery, and
Energy,
energy.
longevity, all kinds of benefits to infusions and injections.
All right.
Has that gotten more popular over the years?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
you hear about it, but it was,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. My main focus, like I said, in Worcester is working with people who a lot of times are heading into like perimenopause, something like that, and they're feeling, you know, different. They don't know why. And so I usually begin with like advanced lab testing. And then we kind of see where deficiencies are, where we could help them. And so that might look like injections or infusions, but it might look like hormone replacement therapy or peptides. And so the things that I do are quite extensive, but what I'm planning to do in Sutton is rather limited, like I said, because it's not a super private space. So in terms of following HIPAA, I can't really sit there and do consultations with people and stuff
Okay.
like that. So it's going to be pretty basic.
Okay.
Great.
Any
And you,
questions for Bob?
Well, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for letting me come.
At the last meeting, I didn't know what Pilates was.
I did catch that.
Pilates is great.
At least you can say it now.
Sculpting, and you're injecting people. You go to, how do you get a, I mean, I'm just curious.
Sure.
Where do you get a license to do that, or is it you don't have to do, I'm just curious.
Well, I'm a nurse practitioner, so I'm licensed through the
Oh,
state of
okay.
Massachusetts.
So you have a- you
So
have to have a
my
degree to
scope
do
of
that.
practice is pretty wide.
Yeah, okay.
I've done individual trainings to these kinds of things, and I continue to do continuing education
Okay.
to stay up to date on the latest
So you have to have
evidence-based.
a license to do that. to
Oh,
people.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yep.
'cause I,
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you coming to Sutton.
Yeah.
I want any business to be successful. If you can add to their business.
Yeah. I think it'll be great for Sutton. I think that there's really not much around here like that. I think people have to go into Worcester or even Boston for those kinds of services. So I'm kind of excited to see how the community responds, and I hope that they find it beneficial because the clients I've worked with so far really do. So
I saw someone yesterday who went there and loves it because
Oh, Pilates,
it's right
yeah.
in the backyard.
exactly. Proximity is everything, and I live 5 minutes away from there as well. I live in Northbridge, but right off 146.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Scott, anything at this time?
I assume there's space for everybody.
Yes.
You know, you're upstairs in the,
It's actually one level. Yep, it's just a separate room.
but you're in the, at the end of Boston Road.
Yeah, she's in Sutton Plaza.
Plaza.
So within the Sculpt Pilates space, but her own separate room, again, I think she's got a door you can shut. You have 3 chairs. Could you do more if you were successful? Would you like to do more? Or
Probably not
too-
in that space,
Okay.
but if I found that Sutton was a community that appreciated the services and wanted expansion, then obviously I would be more than happy to do that if I was able to logistically.
Find you another space that's
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bill, anything?
I just gotta ask, is it legal to do the hydration therapy, like when people are hungover? Do we do that in Massachusetts?
Yes.
I've been everywhere. I'm the only person that hasn't done this yet.
Yeah.
But-
Well, you're gonna have to come stop by.
That's And then, second of all, I see no reason why this should trigger a full site plan review. And don't get me wrong, I hope it's busy, and I hope you bust at the seams, but it certainly doesn't trigger a site plan review and spend the extra couple $1,000s to get an engineer and all that. So, welcome to town.
Thank you so much.
Wes, any?
I don't necessarily see any issues with it myself, as long as it's all regulated and above boards. But that's more from like the medical point of view than looking at it from a site point of view and engineering point of view from my perspective.
So as a nurse practitioner, I'm actually subject to the state's jurisdiction. I don't actually fall under individual town and cities in terms of my license and the things that I'm able to do. I found that out when I started up in Worcester. So that's who I report to for all like regulatory sorts of things and what I need to take care of.
Okay.
Kate has actually been in contact with Cheryl here in the Board of Health, who is, as you know, our town nurse, our registered nurse. And she's already talked to Kate about the things that she would just like to look at in terms of sharps disposal. And Kate's already got that all down and is, happy to, do a tour with Cheryl and answer any questions the Board of Health has, just so everybody knows, like you said, it's a safe location. And if residents call and ask anybody in the town about it, our Board of Health can say, yeah, we know what Kate's doing, we've looked at it, it's safe, it's, for everybody's benefit.
Thank you. Yep. Erica, anything else at
Nope,
this point?
nothing.
Okay.
I could help you too.
I know it's- All right, 1, 2, 3.
Lots of good things for immunity and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming in. We were a little caught off guard, honestly, when we heard about you, and only because when they came in a few weeks ago for their review, we didn't hear any mention of this, so, to be honest
I
with you, that was just...
apologize for that. I
Okay.
really
No,
do.
it just got missed up
Yeah.
somewhere because it could have come in at the same time. And,
Just taking care of you
but
both
it-
at once.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But, again, we're happy.
Next time, we
Yeah.
know.
But we're happy to have you come in, so if nothing else, we'll entertain a motion to, Bill, if you want to do it, because you would...
I'll make a motion to waive site plan review for this particular business.
Okay.
Or sub-business, whatever you want to call it.
Bob Rogers, I'll second that.
Okay. Thanks, Bob and Bill. We'll take a vote on this. Bob?
Aye.
Scott Paul, aye.
Mike Gagan, aye.
Bill Talcott, aye.
Wesley Stanhope, aye.
Erica McCollum, aye.
Okay. The motion passes 5-0-0. Thank you and best of luck.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
I'll let Cheryl know you're all okay with us, and then you just
And anybody that wants an infusion, you know where to find me.
All right, thank you.
take care.
Next item, that's the only action item tonight.
Yes,
We're
it
going
is.
to move on to administrative items. Approval of the last minutes from 11/17/25.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes
Okay,
for November 17th,
okay, thank you, Bob.
2025.
Second?
Second.
Second by Scott, thank you. No other questions on the minutes, we'll take a vote.
Bob Rogers, aye.
Scott Paul, aye.
Mike Gagan, aye.
Bill Talcott abstain.
Wesley Stanhope, aye.
Erica McCollum, aye.
Okay, motion passes 4-0, 1 abstention. Moving on to the next filings for 12/15/25. Looks like we have Unified Parkway Covenant Extension and 42 Unified Parkway UGPG Lot 2 Field Change.
Yeah, so the 42 Unified Parkway, you'll recall the field change was related to, so this is the next site. So they've built out the 360,000 square feet. This next one is the 650. And Matt Pekarsky came in and told you, we're starting some of the underground stuff. This site plan was relative to them reducing the blasting area. So they came in, they told you about it, they got your approval, but they didn't actually give you the final plan that they wanted signed off. So they just want to clean up that paperwork with you. And the covenant extension is on the roadway. They were hoping they would be done with basically material moving back and forth across the roadway so they could open up the Providence Road end of the roadway this fall. And they're just not. They're just not done there. So they want to extend that covenant so they can finish off the moving and then do the final top course paving on that side and get it open. So
yeah.
they're going to be asking for an extension on that. And I told them they need to, have some time frames
Right.
in mind.
It seems like there has been a lot of truck activity.
Right.
8 trucks moving.
So I did tell them, even though through their subdivision control, they can do accessory earth removal and movement, or earth movement accessory to the subdivision, which is kind of what they're doing, because it's for the roadway or any of the lots that are shown on the subdivision plan, that because we adjusted our general bylaw, which does not carry grandfathering, that I thought that, just to be very clean, I have actually asked them to take a look at the Class 2 application in the general bylaw. And, I am just asking town council real quick, but I think they should file one of those. Because, again, we did, after they got this approval, we enacted that bylaw. If it was a zoning bylaw, they'd be grandfathered. They wouldn't need anything from us. But this is a general bylaw, no grandfathering. So just to be very transparent and clear, I think they should be filing that permit, just so we know kind of what's left for movement on the
Right.
site. Because I know probably a month ago now, they actually took 2 loads. It was only 2 trucks, but it could have been more than that. The people in the area only noticed 2. They were actually moving soil from this site actually up to the stadium site. So, and we kind of knew that could occur in the very beginning with the subdivision, but again, it's been a while now. So as long as council says there's nothing beyond our jurisdiction to require that, I've said I think they should fill out that form and just kind of give us a status quo where they are right now. So I've got no pushback on that, obviously, but so you might see that in that meeting as well.
Okay. Great. And we don't have a time or date for that, right? That's just, will be,
No, it'll be during
Agenda-
action items.
action item,
During
okay.
action items on the 15th.
Okay, thank you. I don't see anything else. Is there anything else on your end, Jen?
No, I didn't have time. Wanted to put a summary for that conference I went to, and just haven't had 2 minutes. Wes and I are going back and forth, buttoning up the changes to the HPP. I shot him an email literally 20 minutes before this meeting, so ball's back in your court. So, and as soon as we button up those adjustments, hopefully we can get that filed, and the housing production plan update will have it get its final approval from the state, which is step 1 in safe harbor. So,
Great. Okay, thank
trying to
you.
work on that on the side.
Are the asphalt plants closed or still going? It looks to me like they're still open.
They're still open. They're still open, and it's funny because depending on which one you're working with and what the scope of your job is, I feel like they'll stay open even for just baby jobs, like into January sometimes. It just depends, you know, so, no, they're still open. Most of them
Okay,
are
that's
still
what
open
I
for,
can see the
yeah.
smoke, so I know that they're still going,
Yeah.
so that's always the excuse.
Yeah,
for
it can be
things.
any time after November 15th, usually, they can close.
Right.
But it's been a long time since I've seen the plants close 100% for everything,
Right. They
like
have small-
before,
Small
end of
loads is
December.
something they do.
yeah.
Through the chair, Forest Edge, they're off our agenda. Are they,
Yes, so we have the
Happy New
final plans, including detail sheets for the drainage fix area. And I have reached out to the trustees and told them we'd like to schedule a meeting with them. And they did say, well, this is just for the drainage area. And I said, look, we're going to do one thing at a time. Right now, we need to get this drainage area fixed, and then we can talk about the other concerns they've sent to us. But we really need to do this one thing at a time, unless the board has an objection to that, because kind of handling, you know, issues they still have with Phase 1, and then issues with this, and issues across the street, and issues with the future development. You know, we need to just do it in pieces and handle it one thing at a time,
and
so.
they all agree?
Well, they haven't agreed to that yet, but I believe they will.
All right,
Yeah, so I hope to set up a meeting with the trustees.
okay,
I'm hoping within a week to 10 days, but we'll see. I mean,
okay.
you know, like I said, we have that set of plans now, and Graves has reviewed it.
Oh, okay.
And he's good, so,
If-
And Graves blessed them all?
yes, yeah. I mean, there was one or two points from his letter, which was back from last year, in terms of kind of grading directly away from the houses under the decks. That is still a point of contention with him and John Kuchar, because the association did say, we did put gravel underneath some of those decks, because there was water under there. But the way Jeff and John Kuchar have agreed to right now is, frankly, if everything else on these plans is done in accordance with these plans, it is not likely that whatever is under those decks is going to cause any major issues.
So this is the first that the applicant actually came up with a set of plans that matched the scope that we were looking for.
Yeah,
Even though I know it's just one small piece of it, or one piece, but this is a step in the right direction.
yes, it is looking good. They're ready to roll. Now it's really kind of back in the court of the trustees to agree to allow the work to occur in this limited area, and hopefully get this resolved, and then we can kind of move on to other things.
Well, through the chair, Jen, we're not the judge, the jury here. We're just the planning board. We just want this off our agenda, period.
Yeah.
So they don't have to come here and fight here. When that's all done, come back and give us a plan so we can get this off our agenda, hopefully in 2026. I'm looking forward to it.
I
We can
think everybody is.
We'll have a party at Forest Edge. And have a barbecue there, because we just want this off our agenda. I think they won the prize for the longest on our agenda
project.
ever. Yeah, and I just look forward, and I want it to be happy, so, great. Thank you.
If there's no other items, we'll entertain a motion to end the meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:26.
Thank you, Bob.
Second?
Okay, second by Scott. Take Bill down there, I'm sorry. Bob,
Adjourn?
Scott.
Scott Paul, aye.
Mike Gagan, aye.
Bill Talcott, aye.
Wesley Saddlepike.
Erica McCollum, aye.
Okay. Motion to close this meeting, 5:00. Thank you, everybody.
Hee-haw.
Glad I made
Hope you feel better.
All right.
had to feed
Just
the
before
horses.
anybody
On the 5th of November, dispatch received a frantic call for help for an unresponsive person on the roof